Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. As you can tell by the title of the video, we built a no compromises, balls to the wall, absolute beast of a gaming and content creation PC. It's a dual purpose system, but you know what? Enough talking, let's go take a look. As I mentioned in the intro, the idea of this PC is to really be able to edit 4K video, like I do on the daily, and to play games when it's time to clock off work for the day. So I'm gonna stop talking about it and let's see how this thing came together. As you probably saw by the little thing down here, this video is sponsored by NVIDIA and AORUS. Special thanks to them for basically hooking us up with all of the parts, so the RAM, the cooler, the GPU, the motherboard, the CPU, the everything for this build. And the reason why we do builds like this is to really show you guys what would be possible if money wasn't really an object, because sometimes people want to know what they can actually do if that wasn't a real thing, right? So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and let's see how this beauty came together. You guys ready? Let's do it. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this very special build. Now, this is actually a two-part series. Obviously, this part is the one where we do the build in regular Gear Seekers fashion, but the next part, we're actually going to take a look at the performance of this system, and more specifically, we're going to take a look at gaming performance and performance with Adobe Premiere Pro. We're going to run it through a couple different scenarios and show you guys why the 2080 Ti is really, really good for content creation. It's personally a GPU that I use in my own editing PC, and it's something that I can actually recommend, which is why we decided to do this sponsored video. We don't really like doing sponsored videos for things that we don't believe in, and this is something that I do wholeheartedly believe in. All right, let's quickly chat about some of the parts we used. The motherboard is the Gigabyte Z490 AORUS XTREME. The CPU that we went with was the Intel i9-10900KF. It's the one without the iGPU. For RAM, we went with 32 gigs of AORUS RGB RAM at 3600 megahertz. For storage, we went with two AORUS NVMe M.2 drives, the RGB ones. For the GPU, we obviously used the Gigabyte RTX 2080 Ti Gaming OC. And yeah, because this is an AORUS build and it's sponsored by AORUS and NVIDIA, we obviously use the AORUS 360 AIO liquid cooler. We also use the Lian Lancool 2 mesh. This is a brand new case. We've actually done a whole video about this already, and you can check it out in the top right-hand corner. Right about now. All the fans are the Lian Bora digital fans, and anything that I missed will be in the PC part picker list down below in the description, so you can take a closer look at all of the parts that we used for this system. Special thanks to NVIDIA and AORUS for sponsoring this build and providing all the parts for this system. There is no way on earth I could afford to pay for parts like this. So without those guys, this video would definitely not be possible. And make sure you stay tuned for part 2, that'll be coming next week. And we're gonna go through all of the performance for content creation and gaming with a system like this. And spoiler alert, it's pretty impressive. And if you guys like the music you heard here, I make all the music. It's available down below at the link for our Patreon. And if you like this video, tell us what you liked about it by leaving a comment down below. If you hated the video, you know what to do. Tell us what you hated about it and hit that dislike button twice. If you want to support the channel, we've got a little join button down there and get early access to videos, not like this one because it's sponsored. We don't put our sponsored videos on Floatplane. There is a link to our Floatplane down below. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peak, we seek, and stay tuned for part 2 because the new Premiere Pro optimizations with RTX cards and NVEnc are really going to surprise you. I've been using it since they released the new update for Premiere Pro, and it definitely will surprise you. Everything's changed and it's about to get a lot crazier. Thanks for watching.